Today we will start a new chapter, that is atom, molecule, mixtures and compounds. Our first topic is what is matter. Any the substance that has mass and occupies space is called matter. And matter is made of small particles. All the thing around us that is present in the form of solid, liquid or gas, that all are matters. For example, there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. If you take the example of solid, you people can take the example of book. Book is matter. Chair, table, whatever. And liquid, we can take the examples of juices, water. And gas is present in the form of air. Air is a matter. All the states of matter can take the space and have mass r and have weight. Okay, what is an atom? Atom are the smallest part of matter. We already discussed about matter. What is matter? And atom is the smallest part of matter, which cannot be divided further into parts. An atom is the fundamental piece of matter, and everything in the universe is made of matter, and so everything in the universe is made of atom, and atom itself is made of three tiny kinds of particles called subatomic particles. And what are the subatomic particles? That is electron, proton and neutron. So what is proton, neutron, electron? And proton, neutron, electron are present in an atom. Proton and neutron are present in the center of an atom, and electron are present on the path of the orbit that is moving around the orbit. The path of an atom that electron are moved is called electrons. Proton and neutron is make up the center of the atom called nucleus, and electron fly around above the nucleus. Where the electron are moved, we call it in orbit, or the path where electron are moved, we call it in orbit or a path. Okay, the electron. Proton in the center of an atom, positive charge. Proton is positively charged particles. Neutron are have no charge. That proton and neutron are present in the center of an atom, in the nucleus. So proton carry positive charge, neutron carry no charge. It is neutral. And what is an electron? An electron orbiting an atom. Orbiting mean move around the atom, and electron have negative charge. Students, we remember proton have positive charge, electron have negative charge, and neutron is neutral. In normal atom, the number of proton and the number of electron is always equal. Clear? So our next topic is what are elements. Elements is a substance made of only one kind of atom, and it cannot be broken down into simpler substances by physical or chemical means. It means element cannot change its identity. It is present in its simple form in everywhere, so atom cannot be change its identity. Scientists have been discovered 118 elements. Some of them are natural and some of them are man-made. Out of 118, there are 92 elements are natural and the remaining are man-made. There are some elements that is used mostly like copper, sodium, chlorine, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, etc. These all elements are very common. But no amount of chemical treatment will split hydrogen oxygen into some simpler substances. If we see hydrogen is present and oxygen is also always present, we cannot convert hydrogen into oxygen and cannot convert oxygen into hydrogen. It is always present in its original form. So There are 118 elements are noun, and they are represented by a symbol. Now we will discuss about symbol. What is symbol? Okay, these are the examples of elements like a gold, carbon, oxygen, silver, aluminium. Okay, this is a periodic table, and the periodic table contain 118 elements. I already told you there are 92 elements are natural and remaining are man-made. Okay, periodic table are made of groups and periods. If we move from left to right, we call it this is a period. If we move from top to bottom, we call it these are groups. In periodic table there are 7 periods and 18 are groups. Clear? Okay, now what is symbol? Each element is assigned in a unique or 1 or 2 letter symbol. Some of them are common. Element has single symbol such as O for oxygen and H for hydrogen. Okay, what is symbol? Scientists use a shortened name for different element. We call it a symbol. Often the symbol is the first letter of an element. Name of an element. Symbol is a name of an element. The first letter of the symbol always in capital letter, and the second one are in small letter. Okay, there are 2 rules that is used for the element. When we give a symbol for the element, the first letter of an element and always in capital, and the second one is in small letter. When 2 letters are used, the first always has a capital letter while the second letter is small. Okay, such as there are some elements that the letter of the symbol do not correspond to the English element but relate to Latin or Greek name. For example, in some of the periodic table have K for potassium, labeled as Latin, that is kalium. Okay, sodium Na is a symbol for sodium, that is Na, but the name is totally changed from the symbol, that is sodium, and Na is stand from natrium. Okay, there are different symbols that is used for the different element. First one is hydrogen, that is H. H is in capital form, that is the first letter. In helium there are two words letters for helium, that is first one is capital H, is second one is He. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, etc. Okay, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen contain a single letter for the elements. Okay, now we'll discuss about metals and non-metals. Okay, metals is always present in shiny form. It always is shine, and when we cut metal, its appearance is always shiny, and metals always in hard and strong are dense. Dense mean they are metals always in heavy form. They are a good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals have a metals have high melting point, so they are metals. There are some common difference between metal and non-metal. First of all, we will discuss about metals. Metals are always shiny, especially when freshly cut. Okay, and metals are always hard and strong. Okay, so metals are dense. Dense mean they are always present in a heavy form. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, mean heat easily pass from metals can easily conduct electric current. Metals have high melting point. High melting point mean when solid is melt at a specific temperature, that is used to melt a solid, that is melting point, so that they are solid at the room temperature, except for mercury, which is liquid. What is mercury? Mercury is always used and thermometer that is used to check the temperature, and metal can be drawn into wire. We can and hammered into shape. We can easily get a wire from the metals, and we can easily change the shape of metals. Metals are sonorous. Sonorous means it produces a sound. Mean it bringing a sound when you tap them. When we touch them, when we join two metals, it produces a sound. So it is sonorous. Sonorous means bringing a sound, making a sound. Some of metals are like iron, cobalt, nickel are magnetic, and mostly are non-magnetic. Okay, now we will discuss about non-metals. What is non-metals? Most non-metals are dull because they can reflect light very well. Dull mean not shiny. Most non-metals are weak and brittle. Brittle mean can easily break. Have low densities and are mostly poor conductor of heat and electricity. One exception of the non-metal, graphite, which is a good conductor of electricity. Like graphite, we can take the example of carbon, like graphite, that is non-metal. Have low melting and boiling point. This means they melt and boil easily. If they are solid, they are usually weak and brittle, while many are gases. Non-metals are usually weak and sea-like, strong but